problem. We got a 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 problem. Yeah, it's probably you. Yeah, we got a problem. We got a problem. Yeah, we got a problem. We got a problem. We got.
Yo, what's poppin', people? Cobra Star Green back with y'all in the video. That y'all first time finding my channel or anything like that. For your boy, please hit the subscribe button. Also like this video, really does help. Yes, today I'm gonna be reviewing the most basic title of 2023, Plane. Yes, the movie is literally called Plane, starring Gerard Butler, Michael Coulter, and some more people. But those are the main two stars in this film. But will this movie be just like the rest of the January 2023 films? Or this one be a little bit different? Now, you guys have seen Megan, and you guys are like, Megan was good. Megan was an exception. Now, will this one follow suit to the rest of the bad January 2023 films? Or will this one be good? Well, guys, we'll talk about it. We'll go ahead and talk about it. Now, I became a huge Gerard Butler fan whenever a Pacific movie came out with him. I know a lot of y'all are thinking, oh, Gladiator. No, it wasn't Gladiator. No, it was, well, it was this movie right here.
Who said anything about negotiating?
Yes, whenever I had saw Olympus Has Fallen, I had generally became a fan of Gerard Butler, and I went to see like the rest of his movies that he had put out. But will this one be just like Olympus Has Fallen to me, or will I just think it's just terrible? Let's go ahead and talk about this one today. So if you guys don't know, man, spoiler review. I think I've said it before, but I'm not sure. But pretty much this movie follows Gerard Butler, and he is a pilot of a plane, aka the captain of the plane. And when tragedy strikes and the plane is pretty much struck by lightning, they are forced to go onto like this island. Now, what they don't know about this island is it is surrounded by pirates. Now, will they be able to survive, or will they be captured and sold off? That's pretty much the plot of the film. And well, let me say this. With everything that I just said when it came to the plot, this movie, and it might sound weird to say this, was surprisingly realistic. Okay, I gotta explain this. I gotta explain this really well. When I say realistic, I mean whenever they get onto this island, a lot of things happen realistically. Like there is a special task force that ends up getting dropped in to help them out. I'm like, all that stuff is realistic. Now, let's talk about it. Them even boarding this plane at all, because out the gate they are told, hey, there is gonna be a huge storm that you guys will end up passing through. And in real life, they wouldn't even let you on the flight. They'd be like, the flight is just canceled. But in this movie, they're like, no, you'll be all right. You know, so that's the only part that ain't realistic at all. You know, it almost took me out the goddamn movie. But it happened in the first 10 minutes of the movie, so I forgot about it, you know. But, you know, other than this, whenever they actually get onto this island and have to fight for survival, I was like, wow, this is actually very, very realistic. And I was, like I said, very, very surprisingly realistic. I think they did a kudos job to the writing squad, honestly, man. And one thing I will praise this movie for, another thing I'll praise the movie for, man, look, I don't usually say this often when it comes to films like this, but this is a movie you need to see at the movies. Don't wait for this to hit streaming or, you know, whatever. Go see this movie on a big screen. Man, there's so many great sequences and like especially action sequences in this movie. Man, there is so much great choreograph they got going on. There's a fight with Gerard Butler and one of the pirates that he ends up meeting, and it happens like midway through the film. And I was like, wow, it's not like a quick one punch. No, they are fighting for like a minute or two, and it feels very authentic, feels very realistic. And I'm like, wow, they really took their time to like draw out how they're gonna do this. Like you see, you watch a lot of these fighting movies, and it's just one hit quitters. Boom, boom, dude's knocked out, you know? But this one was like, no, they were fighting for a good minute. And one thing I will say, I might be the only one in the world to say this. Boy, let me tell y'all something. Let me kind of try to show y'all what I'm talking about. I don't know if I can even show it without like, I don't know. But man, this cameraman was into it. I'm not sure who the camera operator was in this film, but when it came to them action sequences, Boy, that cameraman all up in there. If you guys have seen the film, you guys know what I'm talking about. This cameraman is like this. He's like, oh yeah, ooh, ooh. You know what I'm saying? He is all into the film. And it made me, watching the camera, made me actually start to enjoy the film a lot more. I'm like, wow, this cameraman is into this shoot. I'm about to get into this. You know, there was a lot of things to like about this movie. Like I said, I think the action was very, very, very well done. I think the sense of the pirates was very well done because the pirates' main purpose is, they don't make them like super villains or stuff like that. They're like very, very grounded. Pretty much, it is like what it is in real life. Like if you get stranded on like an island or something like that, these pirates or these people will try to capture you, and they'll try to pretty much sell you off. I'm trying to find a picture of them, but yeah, they'll try to pretty much sell you off. And I think they did a really good job of representing that in the film. Very, very great job with that, man. Because it was like it's very realistic. You know, you always hear stories about this in real life going on, and to represent it and show it here, I thought they did a great job with that. Also brought some awareness to it. Like, yo, this is stuff was really going on. So kudos to them for that, man. Let's talk about the cast real quick. Talk about the actors, man. Look, I'm not gonna lie. I only saw this movie for two people, Gerard Butler, and man, my boy, man. I'm not gonna lie, man. Look, he's actually becoming one of my favorite actors, and a lot of you guys know him from Luke Cage, but man, Mike Coulter, man. The main reason why I kind of wanted to see the movie was because of him, because pretty much his story in the film is that he is a fugitive. And he's wanted for, or no, he's not wanted, but he was in jail or in prison for homicide, pretty much. So, and he has to board this plane to get to where he needs to get to be transported, you know. So I was like, I kind of like what they did with him because they already set him up to be a freaking badass. So whenever you see him later on in the film killing people, it's like, well, you know, he's been doing that. They told you in the movie he had military training. So it's like, okay, there's no excuse for him. Like, we're going to see him do some badass stuff, you know? So that's what I couldn't wait for. And, man, he delivered. Yo, Michael Coulter did his thing. There is a scene in this movie where he's shooting people, and then he finds out, he finds, like, this sledgehammer, right? And he's like, oh, well, let me use this. He grabs the sledgehammer and just beats this dude to death with it brutally. You know, but there was some cutaway kills, but a lot of the stuff he was beating him in the head with it. I'm like, I like this right here. So, man, big kudos to Mike, man. He did an amazing job in this film. I mean, his character didn't present. I mean, he didn't really need to do too much, you know. But for what his worth was in the film, I thought he did great. And even I like how it even ended, because in the ending of the film, he tells Gerard Butler, he's like, yo, look, you know I can't go on that plane with you, right? And he's like, Gerard's like, yeah, I know. So he just takes the money. He takes the money and he dips. And I was like, yo, I like this. Like, yeah, this is realistic. Like, he knows he can't go back. If he go back on that plane, he's back to serving whatever his sentence was, you know? So he's like, well, shoot, I could stay here and be free. Well, they might look for me eventually, but actually, they wouldn't look for him at all. Because Gerard can really go. Everybody on the plane could be like, no, he died in the. Well, there wouldn't be no body. Whatever. They could just say that he got captured or something like that. But yeah, I'll just say I like my boy Mike in this one, man. I'm excited to see the upcoming projects he has. I don't know. I got a little carried away. I was just thinking possibilities just ran into my head. Now another guy I wanted to see. Man, y'all guys know, man. He's becoming one of my favorite actors. Not gonna lie. But, man, talk about your boy Gerard Butler, man. Look, Gerard Butler in this one. It's funny because Gerard Butler is doing the same thing in this movie that he always does in every other movie. Olympus Has Fallen, Gladiator. I'm trying to think of other movies. But, like, yeah, all those Fallen movies where he's just, like, saving the day, you know, beating people up. He do the same thing in this movie. It is crazy because he's a pilot in this one. But the funny thing is how they brushed all that over and was like, no, there's a reason why he can do all this. It's because they showed a scene in the middle of the movie where Gerard Butler, aka the captain, is just choking this dude out. And that's pretty much like, yeah, see? So there's no excuse to why he can't save the day, you know? So I thought that was a little clever. I also thought, on the side of my brain, I was like, that's a little lazy too. Like, they could have been like, oh, he has some training. I mean, obviously he did. But he could have been like, he had more training and stuff like that. But just so that one clip, and like, yeah, he choked this dude out. So he's pretty much a badass. It works for me, man. I'm not expecting too much from this movie. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I'm watching this movie thinking it's gonna be trash. And as you guys can see from my review so far, I ain't got no complaints. So a very, very great job to Gerard Butler and Michael Coulter. Even a lot of the cast did great too, man. There's a guy that I always look forward to when I see his movies. Or a movie he's in, man. I don't even know if he's in the trailer at all. I wasn't 100% sure. I didn't see him at first, but maybe. But I gotta find him. Yeah, I don't even think he's in here. But there's a guy in here. And his name is Michael, I think Goodwin. I think it's how you say. Oh, I just saw him. Michael Goodwin. Let me go back and find him. I'm always excited to see when he's in a film because he always brings his all. And even in here, he brings his all too. And I mean, the movie doesn't ask for him to do too much. But I was really, really liking his performance that he put on in this film. Very, very great job. I didn't think anybody did bad. There was characters that were like, you set them up and you're like, wow, I can't wait for them to get theirs. Like, there's this bald-headed dude in the movie. And, like, dude, he annoyed me, bro. Like, he was mad for no reason. Like, if you watch the film, you know exactly what I'm talking about. There's this dude, he's just mad. And I'm like, he gets on the plane and he's just mad for no, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what is you mad about? And he just mad at everybody on the plane, all the passengers. He mad at the pilot. You know, now he's stuck on this island, and now he's mad about that. I'm like, dude, this dude's just always mad, bro. Like, it's one of those guys you just hate being around. And like I said, and when it comes to these movies, you can't wait for them to get theirs. Now, why did he get his in this movie? God damn it, I hated him. I hated him in the movie because, like I said, you're supposed to hate him in the movie. But yeah, he didn't get his. So that's a little nitpick. I ain't gonna lie. But man, I'll just say this. I think they did a lot of great stuff in this movie. I think they did a lot of great things to the point where the action and stuff kind of picks up a little bit early, and it made me not feel the runtime at all. So very, very great job to that. I was like, damn, that was an hour and 30 minutes, hour 40 minutes. I was like, I didn't feel that at all. Now I'm not gonna lie though. One thing I gotta point this out real quick. I know about airlines and stuff like that, but I ain't never seen an airline this goddamn empty. Man, there is like 10 passengers on this plane. On this big ass plane, there is like 10 passengers. I'm like, all right, whatever, okay. Because I see what they want to do. They didn't want to. They were either going to have to kill off everybody or, you know, just go the route of no one was on the plane. But I thought that was a little nitpick. I'm like, I ain't never seen a plane that big be that empty, you know? So it is what it is. They did say it was New Year's, so maybe people aren't taking flights like that on New Year's. I don't know. I don't take flights on New Year's like that. But let me just go ahead and get to my rating really quickly. Whoa, what did I just do? Okay.
Yo, do you like?
Whoa. Let me get back. There we go. Let's get back. Let's go ahead and get to my rating of this film, man. Look, I'll say this. This movie, like I said, very much surprised me at actually how good it was. This movie did things that usually I wouldn't like in a film. You know, it does this cliche stuff. The dialogue, you know, it's like usually some of the stuff that they do in the movie, it would just completely take me out. But in this movie, it didn't. It actually drawed me into it. It actually had me more engaged, had me wanting more. And I actually started to love this film. No lie, I'm catching myself like, yo, I remember I was an hour into the film, and I'm like, really, I'm enjoying this movie right here. Oh my God. Now, I feel like the ending was a little, but that's opinions. But man, to the cast, to the great action, this is one of those movies where I'm like, this is a lot of stupid fun, you know, and that's a good thing. I love stupid fun movies. And this is a stupid fun movie. Definitely had a lot of fun with it, man. Like I said, all the actors, I think they bring their A game. They do a really great job. Even the villains are really one noted, but they didn't have to be too much. You know, it's just pirates. Pirates do what pirates do. You feel me? So it's not too much there, man. Great camera work. Like I said, great action sequences. Didn't have too much amount of complaints here. Like I said, I feel like the dialogue should have been punched up just a little bit. Should have been a little bit better because it was a little like cliche. Like I said, like a little cliche is, but it didn't bother me as much as I thought it would. But I think this one's definitely worth checking out, man. If you guys have 2 hours to spare or something like that, definitely go check this out. I don't think you'll walk out mad at all. There you go, that Sledgehammer I was talking about. But yeah, this movie very much surprised me at actually how good it was, man. I'm giving this movie, I'm not gonna lie, 8 out of 10. I'm not mad at it. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. Is 8 out of 10 fair? Maybe like 7.5 out of 10. Maybe 7.5. Yeah, it's fair. 7.5 out of 10. I'll take that. Because I definitely had a lot of fun with it, but it did have its problems. I remember the ending of the movie. We're gonna talk about it real quick. We're gonna talk about the ending of this movie real quick, man. This ending of the movie was ridiculous. So the ending of the movie is, so Gerard Butler and everything, they finally all get back to this plane pretty much. And the one of the guys that works for the airlines, or like the CEO or something like that, he's like, no, the plane needs to stay there. And Gerard Butler's like, F all that. I'm getting the hell up out of here with everybody here. So he ends up taking off with the plane. And pretty much it's all the pirates shooting at the plane and stuff like that. And there's this one ending shot where I was like, what is this? So the main chief for the pirates, this dude got in front of the plane with an RPG, right? He's about to blow it up. And what they do is they keep cutting to Gerard and the pirate. It goes like back and forth like this. And I thought that was so weird on how they did it. Like they would do like extreme close-ups on both of them. And he's like, ah, you know, and I just thought that was like, what the hell was that? Y'all did not have to do that. But like I said, I had a lot of fun with it, man. I definitely did, man. If it's your first time finding my channel, hit the subscribe button. Also, the video, tell me your thoughts, complaint, criticism, stuff like that down below. I will be going back to my old format soon. Just gotta work out some things with YouTube and stuff like that, and I'll be able to go back to the old format. I know people enjoy the old format better than this one. This is more like just freestyle format. But hey, we'll see you guys in the next one, man. Peace.